38 with you once again, continuing the series of crypto guides for beginners. In this one in particular, we're going to be covering how to create a crypto wallet outside of an exchange. Now, this is very important because in the previous video, when we learned how to create an account in an exchange and added some money that later on was converted to crypto, we basically have a wallet inside our crypto account where we can use also to trade. But that account is restricted to the exchange, meaning you don't actually have access to these cryptos. Similar to a bank, if one day, for example, the bank where you put your money in has problems, goes bankrupt, freezes your account, whatever, meaning you can't do anything. The funds are in control of the bank. Same here. Your crypto is controlled by the crypto exchange and not by yourself. But when you create an outside wallet and you transfer that crypto, meaning now it's your own, you can choose whatever you do with it. There won't come a day where it's going to be frozen or whatever. So for me personally, two of my favorite crypto wallets, non-custodial crypto wallets, are MetaMask and Trust Wallet. Now in this one in particular, we're going to cover how to download MetaMask, how to set it up, and how to start using it, but very basically. And later on, we're going to learn how to trade with it outside of the centralized exchanges, but that's a topic for another video. So you go to metamask.io, and we're going to essentially download a browser extension that we'll be able to use every time we go to a website that we need to connect our wallet to. Then it will be very simple. So metamask.io, and then depending on the browser that you use, you can drop down and you see the supported browsers. Now for me, for example, I'm using Brave. Very simple. You click on Brave. If you're using Chrome, you can click on install MetaMask for Chrome, or even the icon here would work. So this will open me a separate window where it tells me to add MetaMask to Brave. Add extension. I think it's checking the requirements of my browser extension. All right, here it is. So now MetaMask has been added as a separate extension to my browser. So here, what you can do, for example, is you have to pin these extensions if you plan on using them on a regular basis. Like for me, for example, MetaMask is something that I use every day, so I'm gonna pin it. So every time you want to access it, you just click on the small icon on the top right. Let's get started. So we're assuming that we're starting from scratch, meaning that we don't have a wallet already if we have to create a new one. So let's just go ahead and do that. Here, for example, it's very important to understand that once you do create a wallet, you have to really secure it with several layers, because it's very easy to be compromised. And once your wallet is compromised, then your crypto, whatever you have there, is going to be liquidated. So just follow the steps very closely. So I'm going to input a random password because, like I said, this is not something that I will be using personally because I already have one. This is just for the video. Let's go ahead and move on. First thing first, very important to remember your password. So whatever I just added, put it on a piece of paper, put it in a notepad, whatever. And now we're gonna proceed in securing our wallet, meaning there will be a recovery phrase which you would be using basically in case you are opening this extension from somewhere else, from your mobile, from another laptop, and so on. So this is one of the most important aspects of the wallet, and it's the secret recovery phrase. So this is the phrase that without it you won't be able to access your wallet at all. It's gone. So when you click here to reveal the secret words, they're going to display random words in a random order. It's very important to take these words and And my advice is to put them on a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard or anywhere that is outside your PC. Because God forbid you downloaded something that has a virus and has a malware that could affect everything you have included in your laptop, that they could access it if you have it in a separate notepad, for example. Now, if you're very well protected, you use a VPN, you have an antivirus, all in all, keep it in your notepad and also have it on a separate sheet of paper. So you reveal it. I'm not going to do that right now, but you reveal your secret words, you write them down, and you always put them in a secure place, because this is the only thing that you would need to access your wallet again. Very important. And never ever give out your secret words to anyone whatsoever, especially to someone randomly texting you on Telegram or wherever, Instagram, asking you for these things. Never do that. So for the sake of example, if you do ahead and reveal those, it's gonna tell you to write them down again, and then you can proceed. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say remind me later. And now we have our MetaMask wallet displayed. Now, by default, MetaMask is gonna show me the Ethereum mainnet. Now, MetaMask has been built on the Ethereum blockchain and runs on something called the Ethereum virtual machine. That's why, because of this, the default blockchain will be Ethereum. However, MetaMask supports several other blockchains, including the Binance Smart Chain, including Avalanche, Phantom, Polygon. So MetaMask not only has access to your funds if you're putting them on Ethereum, but also you can use other chains to operate in other exchanges, decentralized exchanges, which gonna be covered later on. So for example, in the previous video, we said that for the sake of it, we basically bought some ETH, right? On our Binance account. Now, what we want to do is that we don't want to keep that ETH on our centralized crypto exchange wallet, because as we said, it's better to have it separately on a non-custodial wallet, just for an extra layer of security in case something happens to the exchange. So I'm gonna go to my Binance account. I'm gonna quickly log in just to show you where is it that you should be clicking upon transferring your funds from Binance to your wallet. Now, if you remember, the Google Authenticator was also an extra layer of security that would help us basically log into our accounts. All right, I'm in. So you go to your wallet, fiat and spot, as it was previously stated. And now it should show me everything I own on my Binance wallet. All right, so unfortunately, I don't have ETH on my Binance portfolio, but we're gonna assume that we do, and I'm gonna just click randomly on any of these assets, and you have to follow the same principle every time. So what we want to do is we want to take out this crypto and put it somewhere else, meaning we're gonna put it on our MetaMask wallet that we just created. So you click on withdraw, and here it gives my default the BNB coin because that's what I chose. But if you choose ETH, it's gonna show ETH here. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose ETH actually, just to show you. And this is Ethereum. Here you have to enter the address that you're gonna withdraw to. So the address that you need to send that ETH to. In this case, if you go to MetaMask here and you click, you see here account 1, and then under it there is actually an ID which is comprised of letters and digits. So it's a random order of IDs, and this is actually your wallet ID. Since it's non-custodial, meaning it doesn't have your personal identity, it has a random order of letters and digits, and this is what you recognize your wallet from. So if you click on this, it will copy your wallet ID, which you would need to input here as a valid ETH address. Now, after that, you need to choose the network. Now, you can Google, for example, and check what is Ethereum's network, and it will tell you it's ERC20. For example, Binance's network, so BSC is BEP20, etc. So do your own research in this case to validate that the network is correct, because it's pretty important. If you don't choose the actual network, then those funds are not going to go anywhere. So if I'm, for example, sending ETH to BEP20 and BSC doesn't support Ethereum as a coin, meaning what am I sending here? I'm sending my money to somewhere that doesn't support the crypto that I have, meaning it's going to be gone forever. So it's very important to understand this. If you're sending your crypto to a blockchain that doesn't operate this crypto, that money is gone. And in order to validate that this blockchain actually supports your crypto, you can Google that as well. You can say that I'm sending ETH to ERC20, will it arrive? Or BEP20. Now, luckily, for example, the Binance Smart Chain does actually have a BEP20 version of Ethereum. So if you actually choose to select BSC, it's going to work because it does have a version of it. But it's always worth checking. So you need to make sure that you are validating this. This is very important. Now I'm gonna basically, because my wallet address is running on Ethereum in my MetaMask, I'm gonna choose ERC20. All right, and then you have to add the amount of ETH you're sending. I don't have any ETH, so I just add it randomly and then withdraw. Once withdrawal happens, it's gonna take a small fee. Now, since these blockchains are running on the network, and then in order to transfer cryptos from one to another, there's a small fee that is called a gas fee that needs to be paid. And this gas fee is essential because the validators, so the people basically that are running the network, by staking the native coin of the blockchain. So for Ethereum, it's ETH, for BSC, it's BNB. So they stake their BNB, they basically run the network, so they validate the transactions, and in return they get BNB. And those gas fees are technically also used to pay these validators. So we paid the fee, we withdraw our ETH, and then after a few minutes, hopefully maximum 5, we're going to be seeing our ETH displayed here. And then once we see that, then we're good. We have our funds transferred, they are safe here, everything's fine. Now, one thing I would like to mention in this video as well is that, as per my previous mention, MetaMask operates on Ethereum's virtual machine, which also has access to blockchains such as Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, Phantom. Now you can add these chains to MetaMask by doing this. If you go to this drop down list here where Ethereum mainnet is, and you click on the arrow, you can add a network. So I want to add the Binance Smart Chain. Now, in order to fetch all of this data, you can just Google how to add BSC to MetaMask. And then I have the link open up for you, and I will link all of these in the description of the video. You scroll a bit down, you can see here, enter in the BSC mainnet details as follows. You follow the instructions, so network name, RPC URL, chain ID symbol, and block explorer URL. As you can see, they're all here. So you just enter them and then you click on save, and voila, you have access now to BSC through MetaMask. And you would also do the same, for example, for Avalanche, where you input these. You'd also do the same for Polygon, Matic Polygon, you also include these, Phantom, for example, as well. All the supported chains on the Ethereum virtual machines can be added. You can Google what other chains are there, but I just put these now because those are the most common ones that I'm using. So yeah, after you do that, you can also transfer from Binance all the native coins that are available on these blockchains. But however, in order to input the right ID, then you'll be switching between networks and then going back and checking basically what is the ID displayed here after you switch between networks. One more thing I want to quickly add up is that you can also have several accounts on each wallet. So for example, I have account 1. I can create an extra account. It's very simple. Push of a button. Account 2, you can name it whatever you want and then create, and then voila. I have account 2 with another wallet ID, of course. And you can switch up between these two whenever you want. Now, both of these accounts have the same recovery phrase, seed phrase, the one that we saw when we were creating the wallet. However, each of them has a separate code that also differentiates between the two in regards to their, it's like an extra added layer of security. All right, so I think for this video we're pretty much done. So we went through the whole process of creating a MetaMask wallet, transferring funds, and sleeping on these funds basically. Now, in the next one, we're gonna go through the trading process of how to actually operate on a decentralized trading platform, connect our wallet, trade between tokens that we have and tokens that are potentially there, and so on and so forth. So I thank you for watching this video all the way through, even though this one was longer than the previous one. And that's it from me today. Consider subscribing to the channel if what I'm visualizing interests you. Have a good day, have a good week, bye bye.